treated well, where they're going to be in classes, including some AP classes, we could live with that. What they were objecting to was the bad practice of integration, the bad practice where we stick a kid in the same building, but we say, white kids, you go to the top floor, black kids, you go to the basement. Well, we have an integrated school. All the black kids in the basement, all the white kids. I wouldn't be satisfied with that. That's also sending a very special message to not only black kids, but to the white kids.
That's right.
It's constituting their kids. It's constituting their identities. And then I said to the middle class white parents, I said, the data shows if you do these programs right, not only does it not have a negative impact in terms of student outcomes for white students, it actually enhances the outcomes. Not a whole lot, but it does but it enhances. And if we do it right, I can tell you that we will not see a diminution in the academic performance of your child. With that said, I can't promise your child's going to get into Harvard. But I couldn't promise that anyway. So what I'm suggesting, and I'm not going to spend much time on this PowerPoint now because I've already taken a lot of time, what I'm suggesting is that there's a much larger issue at stake here. That if we take seriously, like I said, that race is socially constituted, if we take seriously, not just a challenge in Minnesota, but in the country, that we are increasingly a diverse society, and we have to use all of our resources, then I think the conversation will switch. But there's a quiet assumption that, well, those people, maybe they should stay in their own neighborhood. And the program that, at least I understand, that Minnesota is put on the table is a voluntary one. So if people want to stay in their own neighborhood, they can. But some people don't stay in their own neighborhood. I just flew in from Detroit, a city of almost 2 million people in 1950, and now a city of 700,000. My father's 92 years old. He's legally blind. He has serious medical problems. I just moved him out of the city into somebody else's neighborhood. And my father and mother, when they moved to Detroit 60 years ago, they moved to get close to opportunity. They left the South looking for opportunity. People move for only a couple of reasons. And one of the major reasons is people try to get close to opportunity. Now, they also like their family and all these other things. Some of us actually moved to get away from our family. The point is that blacks, Latinos, Asians, Native Americans, and whites all try to get close to opportunity. And what the plan that as I understand it, is saying that opportunity we've opened up for middle-class white kids, we should open up for all kids. And one of the most important opportunities that we can give a kid is to learn in a diverse setting with other kids. In a well-structured, diverse setting with other kids. And I'll end by saying this. I'll give you the PowerPoint. Some of you know I have a book signing coming up. I have a new book out called Race and Injustice, where I talk about some of this stuff. I have children. One of my children has had a child. It's really, for those of you who haven't done it, that's really a pretty cool thing. She's a grandfather. And my granddaughter, will be appropriately spoiled. But she also will have values, that she is connected, that she is part of a larger fabric, that we are in this together. And that her individuality doesn't mean that she has to be, isolate herself in the forest. And I said to my daughter was worried about, well, we have to save money because, education is expensive. She lives in the Bay Area, which is one reason I'm in Berkeley now. And we don't know if we can afford that. And I said, I'm making enough money. Don't worry about education, the cost of education. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for it even twice if she has a sister or brother. I said, and the only thing I asked is that she have really good values, learn to swim. And y'all know that black people don't traditionally swim. And it's not because we didn't swim in Africa. It was prohibited from teaching not only black people to read, but teach how to swim. So you can do moats around and make it hard for them to escape. So she had to learn to swim. Not that hopefully she has to escape anytime soon. Who knows? And that she learn Chinese.
Yep.
The language, I believe, in the 21st century is Chinese. The world is getting smaller. It's harder and harder to isolate oneself. We shouldn't isolate ourselves. We should actually learn to live in this diverse world. And so, in Minnesota, to try to keep people still separated by neighborhoods and by jurisdiction, I just think, both for the kids and for the country, is a huge mistake.